Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessie and this is going to be a themed reading vlog that I'm really excited about. I'm going to be rereading the Briar U series by Elle Kennedy. A couple months ago, I reread the Off-Campus series by Elle Kennedy and I filmed a video, and I actually really love this video. It was so fun. I read all 4 books in like 6 days. And it was just so fun to be back in the world. I knew that I wanted to do a Briar U reread this year, and now's the time, and I'm so excited. I do feel like the Off-Campus series is more popular than the Briar U series, but they are in the same world and in the same college, obviously, at Briar U, and the hockey team and everything like that. It's such a fun series. I'm interested to see how I feel about it, rereading it after rereading the Off-Campus series, because I did have some different opinions of books in the Off-Campus series when I reread them. Some I liked more and some I liked less. And so I'm very curious to see. I haven't reread this series besides the second book. The Risk is like one of my favorite sports romance books ever. I've reread it probably 3 to 5 times. I don't even know, because I do have the audiobook and I've listened to it. I've reread it. I love them. So I'm excited to reread that yet again. But the other 3 books in the series I've only read once, I believe 2021. So it's been a while and I'm excited to read them again, because honestly, besides The Risk, I don't really know what goes on or who they're really about. So I'm very excited to dive in. This series is 4 books. The first one is The Chase, and then The Risk, which I said is one of my favorite books ever. The Play. These covers are so cute. And The Dare. So I did just purchase these. I've been wanting to have these books on my shelf for a while now. I do actually have like the OG Risk cover. This thing is huge. She started to redo her book covers, and I do think these are just darling. They're so cute. So I did go ahead and buy these. I did accidentally buy the UK versions, so they're a little shorter than my Off-Campus series, but that's okay. It is what it is. Also, if you don't know, the Off-Campus series is becoming a TV show, and I've seen little clips and little photos of like Briar U signs like at a college because they're filming, and it just makes me so excited. I'm gonna be so mad if the series sucks, but I have faith that it's gonna be really good. Stop rambling about this series now, and let's start rereading with The Chase. I'm literally 2 pages in and I'm already laughing out loud because Summer is hilarious and I forgot that. She's Dean's sister though, so it makes sense. Dean from The Score. I'm literally already laughing out loud. I'm excited. Okay, just a quick little reading update before I head to my friend's house. I'm 184 pages into The Chase already. I did have the audiobook on my Audible, so I reopened that bad boy, restarted it, and listened a little bit during the end of my workday. So yeah, I'm 184 pages in, and I'm having the best time. It is so fun, and it's just kind of getting to like a good spot where they're actually becoming friends and like talking. I think tomorrow I'll go into more like the characters and the plot of this, but just know I'm really having a good time. Hi, happy Friday and the second day of this vlog. I am on page 288 of The Chase. My plan is to finish this morning. I do not have work today. We have a work event. We do this yearly boat cruise on the lake, and we're doing like a system reset, so we actually can't work at all today, we can't access our computers or anything. So I got to this lake town early. It's 10 a.m. Our boat leaves at 12:45. So I have a couple hours to myself to kind of walk around and explore. I'm gonna go to this really cute coffee shop and read, and then there's a bookstore down here too. It's like an hour away from where I live, so I don't know, I'm like excited to have my own little day before we go on the cruise. It'll be a long day, but I'm really excited to walk around this little lake town, and I have like my little lake vibes, water vibe outfit, so yeah, I'm really excited. But I haven't really talked about like the plot of this, so I'm gonna do like a quick little overview. Because the series isn't as popular as the off-campus series, I don't think I'm gonna do major spoilers or anything, because if you haven't read this, I want you to go read it because it's so fun. But so this follows Summer and Fitz. Summer is Dean's sister, who he's the main character of The Score in the off-campus series, and she is like a rich but sweet girl, and she's gonna be a fashion major at Briar U. She got into some past trouble at Brown University and got kicked out, so now she's at Briar, and she's doing this like fashion project, and her fashion teacher is a little creepy, and her and Fitz kind of had like a moment New Year's Eve, and then they kind of just like ignored it, and Fitz really is bad at communicating his feelings. Fitz is on the hockey team on Briar U, one of Dean's ex teammates, and Summer ends up moving into the hockey house with the 3 hockey players, and Fitz is one of them, because she got kicked out of the sorority at Briar U before she even moved in. Just now on page 288, they are kind of like admitting they like each other and things are about to happen. So I mean, things have kind of happened, but I think like they're about to like be together now. So yeah, I'm excited to go to a coffee shop and finish this book up and see what I can find down here. Little midday check-in. I had my little morning to myself. The boat takes off in about an hour with my work, so I came back to the car to drop off my little goodies that I bought. I'm going to show you really quick, kind of recap the day, and then I'm going to go down to the water where we're meeting. I'm like 80% of the way through the chase, so I'm excited to wrap that up. If I don't finish it, I can listen to it on my commute home too, so I will be finishing it before I get home. But I did stop at a cute little lake effect store, and I bought this darling little necklace, and I think I'm gonna put it on before I head to the boat because I think it would just look really nice. And then I picked up some SPF lip balm because I realized a couple weeks ago that I don't have any, and I'm surprised my lips have not burnt to a crisp yet, so excited to have this. It's eucalyptus mint, which I love, so super nice. I've already tried it out, smells great. And then I did go to the bookstore, of course, Excelsior Bay Books, independent bookstore. I picked up Notes on an Execution. I've been wanting to read this for years, and I love the cover, and I think it's on Kindle Unlimited, but I think it might be one that makes you think and you kind of want to like annotate maybe, so I did pick this up. And then I've heard nothing about this book. Have You Seen Her? It's a thriller. I just want more thrillers for my shelf so that I can read and then like borrow out to my mom or friends. I just have a lot of romance right now that other people aren't super interested in my life, and I do want to read more thrillers, so this cover just grabbed me. I was gonna grab the new Riley Sager, that hardback, $30. $30. I was like, no, I haven't heard great things about it, so I'm gonna wait till it hits paperback probably. But yeah, I'm really happy with my book choices. And then you get a free bookmark, and they're like, do you want the normal one or do you want one from our kids contest? How cute is this? Come on. Penelope is an artiste. I had to grab this one. And then I did get one of the stickers. A lot of the independent bookstores in Minneapolis have this type of sticker, and I collect them all on a water bottle, so I had to grab this one. I see a coworker right now, so I might not get much more time to read, but we'll see. Hi, it's Saturday, day 3 of my Briar U reread, and yesterday I did finish The Chase, and I had a really great time rereading this. It's a really cute story, and it's really fun to see like Garrett and Hannah and Grace and Dean make little appearances in this book, and it's always so fun to be at Briar U, honestly. It's just a great time. I will say in 2021, I gave this 5 stars. I do think if I read it for the first time now, I would probably give it a 4-star, which is still a great rating, but it just probably didn't hit the same as it did the first time I read it. But I really enjoyed this. I wanted to pick up The Risk last night after I got home, but I had a migraine, so I did not read at all yesterday night. But I did, since I went to bed early, I woke up early this morning and I started The Risk, which is book 2, and one of my favorite sports romances ever. I know I've mentioned that already, but I'll probably say it a few more times because it's so good. This follows Brenna, who is Coach Jensen's daughter. He coaches Briar U, and Jake Connolly, who is the only boy in this series who does not play for Briar U. He's a hockey player, but he plays for Harvard, like their biggest rival. Which, it's crazy because he's like my favorite boy and he doesn't even play for Briar U. But so there's a little bit of forbidden love there since Jake is on the enemy's team. And Brenna is honestly a firecracker and so sassy, so fun. She always wears like red lipstick. That's like her signature look. She has dark hair, red lipstick, and she is sarcastic and she will get you. But Jake can hold his own, and he's also really funny. I'm just getting to the part where she's in Boston visiting her cousin, and she overheard some girls talking in the bathroom about where Jake would be, like his favorite bar. So she's dragging her cousin to this bar to confront him for making his teammate break up with her. So I am excited because I know it's going to be sassy and fun, and I'm just like thrilled to be rereading this. It's probably my 4th or 5th reread of this book, but I'm ready for it. I just went to my niece's birthday party, and my husband just went to a fantasy football draft, so I have the house to myself for a few hours. So I am going to do like kind of a deep clean of the house, which hasn't been done in a hot minute, and I'd rather do it today than on Sunday tomorrow, where I just want to like hang out and read and maybe watch some shows or like catch up on some stuff. I don't want to clean tomorrow. So I'm gonna put the audiobook of The Risk on and do some cleaning, and then I bought stuff to make a chicken Caesar pizza for my little girl dinner since my husband won't be home. I'm gonna make some brownies, and I bought some ice cream too. So it's like a little girls' night with just me, but I love those kind of nights. So I'm gonna go grab my headphones and start cleaning. for like a 36-minute walk in the cemetery. It's really nicely paved and it's great for my shin splints, okay? So I walk in the cemetery. It's not weird. I listened to the play while I walked. I'm on chapter 7. And I don't know how I'm going to feel about this. I really don't remember much about it from when I read it in 2021. So it's honestly kind of a new... I do remember the aspect of them working on a psychology project together, where he has to pretend to be a patient and she has to pretend to be the psychologist. So I do remember that. But besides that, at this point, not a lot is clicking in my memory bank. Which isn't super surprising to me. I'm having a good time and it was a really nice walk, so that is exciting. Obviously, I did finish The Risk yesterday and I didn't check in much because honestly, I read the whole book yesterday. I did listen to some of it while I was cleaning and then I sat on the couch and listened while I read the physical book for a lot of the day. And yeah, that book to me, I don't have the gift of like visualizing books as movies, but that book kind of plays out like a movie to me, and it's like I have to read it in one sitting. I've read it 3 times, like physically, and each time I've read it in one day. And then I do think I've listened to at least parts of it here and there too, additionally, but I've read it 3 times according to Goodreads, and each time it took me 1 day to read it. So I'm keeping my 5-star rating because obviously if you're reading a book in 1 day 3 times, it's a 5-star. I love Jake and Brenna. Jake is like just such a good guy, and then Brenna's been through so much and he is just really like there for her the whole time, and it's like really great to see. And to me it's like one of Elle Kennedy's best written books, I think, like with the plot and the characters and the dialogue and everything. Like it's just really well written and thought out, and I love it. So yeah, I'm kind of feeling like maybe the play won't be one of my favorites, but we'll see. I'm only 7 chapters in, so there's still a lot of time to love them as a couple. Obviously they've barely interacted. I will say Demi has a boyfriend currently that she's been with since like 8th grade. So obviously there's going to be a ton of drama there if she's still with her boyfriend 7 chapters in. I'm a little curious on how that all unfolds. So yeah, I think I'm going to run some errands and then go back home and eat lunch and read some more. Hello, it is Tuesday. I did not check in at all yesterday. My work is going through this huge like IT switchover, and it was just kind of a stressful day. But I did finish the play book 3 in the Briar U series, and honestly, as of right now, it's probably my least favorite. I think if I were to rate it right now, like first time reading it, I would probably give it 3 stars. I gave it 4 stars the first time I read it. I'm not updating my Goodreads star rating because I don't think it's that deep, but I think now I would probably give it a 3-star. I don't know, I just didn't really feel super connected to the couple, and there was a lot of drama, I will say. There was a lot of drama involved in that one. I'm glad I reread it and I had a good time, but it's definitely not one of my favorite books in like the Briar universe. I do like Hunter and I like Demi, but yeah, I don't know, it just wasn't quite my favorite. She had a boyfriend until like halfway through, and then I feel like it was just like kind of drama after that. Kind of wish I got more like sweet moments of the couple, but that's okay. So I feel like I don't have like a ton to say on that one, and that's fine. So all that I have left is The Dare, which I opened up on my Kindle last night, but I did not start reading it. It was kind of just one of those like Instagram and scrolling before bed nights. I just could not be bothered to pick up my Kindle. So I'm gonna start that. I think I'm gonna read a chapter right now on my lunch break just to kind of get myself into it. And then I do have the audiobook, so on my hour and a half-ish commute home today, I'll probably listen to it and get a little bit into it. But yeah, that's kind of the update on the reread. Hi, it is Wednesday, I think the 6th day of this vlog. I am almost done with the final book and I will get into that here in a second, but I thought I would do a quick book of the month haul. I did get book of the month this month. I'm very hit and miss with book of the month. I used to get it religiously for like probably almost 2 years, and now I'm very selective, but I did get 2 kind of short little books this month. My pick of the month was Seduction Theory by Emily Adrian, and this cover is so pretty and it's like really textured. It says, when 2 married professors tiptoe towards infidelity, their transgressions are brought to light in a graduate student's searing thesis project. It seemed really interesting and it's only like 200 pages. So I think this will be a fun like palette cleanser, maybe when I'm in a reading slump or something. I didn't know it was this short, but. And then this one is about 300 pages, The Compound. This has been going around Instagram and BookTube, and it's basically like Love Island in the desert, but like the stakes are higher. I think nothing to lose, everything to gain, winner takes all. It's a TV show. It's a reality show where you're supposed to fall in love, but like they'll tell you to do something, and if you do it, you get money, and if you don't, I think you get punished. I think some of the asks are a little like cutthroat and controversial, so I'm interested in this. It's gonna be like nothing I've ever read before, and again, really nice short kind of palette cleanser. Something different than my typical romances. But like I said, I'm almost done with The Dare, which is the last book in the Briar U series. I'm on page 334 and there are 382 pages. So I was just outside with my dog. I was laying on my hammock reading and I got quite a bit in. And I did listen to the audiobook on my walk today. So I'm excited to finish this. I'm gonna finish it while I make dinner for me and my husband. So this one, if you can believe, this one starts off with a dare. Taylor is a part of a sorority, and the like bitchy sorority girl always goes around and like they have to play dare or dare at parties or whatever. They know that Taylor is self-conscious about her body. She's a curvier gal, and I can definitely relate to a lot of her thoughts and feelings about her own body that she voices and goes through. And so she's very shy and she hasn't been with a guy before. The dare was to go up to Connor Edwards, who's the main character in this book, like hotshot hockey star from California, and take him upstairs with you. So she like runs over to him and she's like, hey, I'm not crazy, I promise, but like I need you to take me upstairs. Like we're not gonna hook up or anything, but like it's a dare and I need you to take me upstairs and pretend to hook up with me. And he's like, sure, cool. Like he's a cool dude and he's like, yeah, we can do that. And like they go upstairs and they have a full blown like scene from Easy A when Emma Stone and Penn Badgley are like pretending to have sex. And it's so funny, and it made me want to rewatch that movie because it's such a good movie, and I was like in that movie in that moment. But they like have the whole moment and then they literally like lay in bed talking all night and like fall asleep. And then Connor decides that, you know what, why don't we just fake date to really like stick it to your sorority sisters, and like I could use a break and have like a girlfriend and just, you know, hang out with you or whatever. Obviously feelings build and they get to know each other, and then they start to add intimacy into their relationship and everything. But yeah, this is a fun one. I'm definitely liking this one more than the play. I think the play is definitely my least favorite of these 4 books. Excited to wrap this one up and wrap up my reread. So I'm gonna finish this off and then I will check in and end off the vlog. I finished it, which means I finished my reread of the Briar U series. I gave this one a 4-star when I read it for the first time, and I'm gonna keep that. I had a really good time reading this, and there's actually a lot of like drama in the second half of this, but obviously it wraps up really nicely and it was fun. I am really glad that I did this reread. I'm kind of glad that it's over too, because like 4 of these books in a row is kind of a lot, and I'm excited to read something a little different. But I definitely really enjoyed myself rereading these. Briar U is just a really fun college romance series. If you have read the off-campus series but have not read these, I definitely think you'll enjoy them. It's very similar vibes. I will say I can understand why these are less popular than off-campus. Off-campus, they just hit a little bit different, especially the deal and the score for me are just so good. Regarding this series, I think the first 2 books are really good and definitely worth the read, and then these 2 are good as well. This one I didn't really love during my reread, but like I said, I liked this one just as much. So honestly, worth the time, worth the read, and they're really quick, fun hockey romances. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you come back for my next upload in probably about a week. If you've read Off Campus or Briar U, leave a comment telling me which couple is your favorite or which book is your favorite. But I'll see you in the next one. Bye!